Hi guys, we're Pay Equality. My name is Billy Wu from Hunter College, studying computer science.
My name is Nicholas Galarza. I'm from Brooklyn College. I also recently graduated with a degree in computer science.
My name is Chris. I'm from Brooklyn College. I'm still studying computer information system.
And unfortunately, Fred isn't with us right now, so we will begin. So the main issue that we're tackling is that for decades now, the pay gap between men and women has always been distant. And the main factor is because of a person's gender. Now there's other factors that play a role into how much a person makes. And those factors are race, ethnical background, age, religion, and sexual orientation. But the good news is that there's laws in place that requires employers to be more transparent of their employees' earnings.
So to tackle these issues, we decided to create a web application that will allow a user to enter their salary, and it will compare their salary to other users under similar circumstances.
So basically, our site includes user input. After the user enters the data, we contain their occupation, their area of employment, and then once we got that, we send it to a labor statistic API, and it will output the average salary.
The technologies we used for the front end was HTML, CSS, JavaScript, Bootstrap, and Handlebars. For the back end, we used Node.js, Express.js, MongoDB with Mongoose.
Okay, so for the front end, we use Handlebars, which is a templating engine, and we use Bootstrap, which is a CSS framework. And using them together, we were able to create a Bootstrap template. So on the top, we'll always have a navigation bar, and then we'll have our footer. And in the center, you'll have your form, instructions for the user to read, or any other important information that they need to look at.
Okay. So the back end, which was Billy, Fred, and Nicholas, their goal was to grab the user inputs data. After they hold the user's input data, they would output it to the HTML web page.
The API team, which consisted of Chris, Nicholas, and I, we were responsible for grabbing data from the Department of Labor's API. And with the user's information, we were able to query the data sets. And after querying the data sets, we were able to grab the average salary of how much a person makes in their area.
So the challenges that we had to face as a team is none of us are really familiar with JavaScript, and we were using Node pretty much. And Node is very asynchronous in nature, so this led to us constantly going on Stack Overflow, watching lots of tutorials on YouTube, and basically running into a lot of walls all the time. Also, we're actually the smallest team here, and that's because two of our teammates had personal issues and they couldn't continue on with the program. And a final issue that we had was we were pretty much new to using Git as a team, so working on different features on branches was also new to us, but we actually got used to that over time.
The things that we could have done differently was basically managing our time. If we managed our time, we could have added other features like a user skill set, a job-related detail, and also like a manager dashboard that would manages unnecessary user input.
And finally, we've learned how to work in a team environment using the Scrum methodology. That's useful for us in future opportunities. Also, we learned how to work not just in a limited role. We expanded roles in the front end and the back end, which helped everyone give an opportunity to learn new technology. And lastly, just want to thank the mentors and individuals for helping us in resolving impediments and providing insight. So now I'm going to show you guys our web application. This is our homepage. Let's register for our web app. The reason why we wanted to have this feature is because we wanted to create a forum where users are able to discuss their job and their salary. So we were planning to implement SMTP where after registering, we want to confirm the user by sending them email, and then what they would do, they would just click on this link, and then they would be redirected to this page, and then they're able to fill out this form.
All right, so what Billy's going to do here is he's going to fill out the form, and as he's doing that, certain values that are inside of the form are going to be queried with the Department of Labor, and the Department of Labor is going to get the occupation and what state you currently live in. And if you have a occupation that's well documented with the Department of Labor, you'll actually see the mean average for that particular state. And if not, because not all occupations are well documented, then you'll be received with a page saying that the Department of Labor isn't to provide any of those results.
After submitting all your information, you're able to see how much you're making compared to the annual mean wage of what other people in your state are making. And yeah, thank you for completing our survey, and that's our web application.
All right, any questions?
If you were to improve this app, what would you add?
To improve the app, definitely the way we would have sort of scheduled like certain things. So pretty much, we decided to work on a dashboard way too late into the project, and by the time we decided to actually try to implement a dashboard, there was kind of too many chores to deal with in order to restructure what's going on with our background. So we definitely had to reprioritize things better with our application, and that would definitely made it a lot better.
How did you use your background to get this information?
We grabbed the information from the Department of Labor's API. The API consisted of multiple data sets where we were able to query the data.
Because obviously this is something that you guys perceive as like being a problem with like gap in pay.
Right.
Do you see this as being a solution or like a step forward to solving that problem, or do you have a perspective?
It's definitely a step forward because the original idea was to create a feature. We have a login where our users are able to discuss openly about their employment and other type of things that they are able to discuss about.
All right. Thank you so very much. All right.